Alright, you're here live with yours truly, Azure Blaziken, ready to rock and roll. Tonight's stream is going to be awesome. Looking forward to see it. Now we're done here with that. Where is that? No. Duh, right there. But yours truly is here, Azure Blaze. Right here, this is the podcast, so a PogCast. Welcome everybody. I see people liking the video. Thank you guys again so much for that. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. So, what the best part is, I also get to look at my chat. So I have to look at the other side, so I get to discuss my topics on the other screen. Thank God for double screens. But yeah, sorry for being late again. There's a lot of things that are happening. This schedule is already off to a really nightmarish start because a few things I want to discuss. Well, that's probably mostly private stuff. But for now, earlier just did Overwatch with the Blake Games crew today. So it was like 4 consecutive days. I've just been trying to grind, but I do need to play more competitively. So I want to get my next goal up and for. Which actually you guys voted in the Discord server. And shout out to people who have subscribed to the channel. Thank you guys so much again. Welcome everybody to the podcast. Come on, sit on down, enjoy yourselves, and have something to drink, whatever. So I have a whole bunch of drinks here. We are discussing a few things because I got so many people asking me about one of the biggest topics to discuss is the Mugen Draft. What people don't know what a Mugen Raw is, I will explain to you. Basically, it's just a series basically based on the actual WWE's Raw and SmackDown ECW really. So, kind of like it's like GM mode. If you play the SmackDown versus Raw games, it's kind of like there's a mode called GM mode. So it's kind of like that where I get to draft other characters from different other Universal games, whatever. Let's say draft somebody from I don't know, DC, Marvel. Capcom characters, so something like that at least, and make it like it's how like you guys nowadays with the whole universe mode. It's kind of like that like how that goes, or I guess you'd say death battle, but it's like multiple matches in one setting, so it kind of fits. But yeah, welcome everybody, enjoy. Hopefully you guys are watching out there. If you guys are just new to the channel, I normally do this on Twitch, which by the way, go check out my Twitch, guys. There's also my links are all right there. All my social stuff, and also or just new channels. Well, we have merch stuff. The new merch store has dropped last year, so go ahead and get some buy some merch. There's actually, speaking of A Mugen Raw, there's also A Mugen Raw shirts and the new Chicks Like It Raw shirts or sweatshirts are now available for the ladies only. So check that out. I'm sure you'll be very interested. We'll probably have something for the men as well. We'll have the Chicks Like It Raw t-shirt for the guys as well. We'll probably release those a little while. They'll mostly be like reprints and re-stuff. Print things will be mostly be reinserted into them. So we'll see how that goes. Next is going to be most discussing about Pokemon Arceus. I know I'm getting requests like crazy about Pokemon Arceus. Shut up! Stop asking. Please stop asking about Arceus. I got it. I'm aware. I was also going to react to some of the other new forms. I did this again on the podcast on Twitch, so you guys can check it out if you guys are looking forward to it. And then we'll discuss Arc. I'll probably reveal a little bit update my whole base. I also got a new tribe member in Arc, so my first tribe member. Hooray! I'm so happy. And then we'll also of course, we'll have some questions. I actually didn't lay some questions before. I'll probably answer your questions in the chat as well too. So hopefully you guys will be more active. Hopefully, if you guys are present in the chat, let me know. Send your feedback, send your word, send your love in the chat. If you guys are looking forward to have more questions, we can discuss a ton of stuff. Because I got a lot of questions that need to be answered on what's the Mugen Draft coming out, Azure? What's the Mugen Draft coming out? Because let's start with the draft, because that's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna expect. I'm gonna expect a lot of people saying about Mugen Draft stuff. This schedule's a nightmare. Like I said, this schedule is a complete nightmare. All right, it's really, really hard. This is the beginning of let's just go from one week to the other, because I'm trying to I have to edit I have to. It's like, because the only reasons why, because Matt is still behind. Shout out to Super Mario Bros. Blade Games. I also there's a channel you can subscribe over there. I believe also I think they're at 90 subs again, which is actually crazy. So it's a good start. Good start for this new year for the channel. Shouts out to people on Blade Games. But yeah, definitely it's been a rough ride. This week's been crazy, especially trying to like, get all this stuff done really in one go. Barely getting there. I got a couple things out of the way at least, so I want to just try and at least get as much as I can. But I want to. People are already concerned. People are just concerned about my health. So I already talked about my health before. The fact that I've been like I passed out. The heater's already like super strong today. As you can probably hear the heater on, but it goes nuts, and it hasn't been easy because I kept passing out. This is me back in like 2020 and 2021 last year, and I could basically suffocate in that heat. It was ridiculous. But no games today. But maybe a couple games. I should scratch that. There'll be a couple games today. But for now, I am looking forward to discussing my thoughts and especially on Mugen Draft. So the thing about the draft, it's probably the biggest question I get every day about this. Every year, it's always a draft. We get draft picks. Basically, we draft somebody from the Mugen Raw, ECW, or of course from Mugen SmackDown. Normally, it was one that Matt in the past, but since the brand's already done with, I think Matt gave me notes about there's no chance coming back again. So since he's doing SmackDown now, it's probably it makes more sense. But it's good to see more other characters on the show than just having you better not have maybe 2 rosters, but I say don't because it's hell, and it took me all day to a few days. I finished the actually a screenplay that I wanted to try and showcase, but that's mostly gonna be a Blade Games kind of thing. So I don't want to spoil. I did see the pack. I was like, ooh, looks nice. So I am pretty excited for it. But the main factor is just trying to discuss what happened, because where is it coming up? When's the date? The date I said was January 31st because I thought, oh yeah, Raw will go first, no problem. Nope. Because if you remember Rivals Clash, I'll leave a card once I'll probably be done with this. Hopefully I can leave a timestamp. I should be able to leave a timestamp. I actually have my handy dandy notepad, leave all the timestamps here. So that's probably my new resolution. Part of my resolution is trying to leave timestamps for Phoenix. Because I need leave timestamps for myself when I go live, because that way I can mark it and say, hey idiot, go ahead and leave some iCards or whatever if I go live. So it'd be pretty nice. So first and foremost, it's just to try and get the stream packs done, or get some the rosters cleaned up a bit. That's the first thing we need to do, is clean up the rosters, because the draft is literally tomorrow. Yes, you heard it right here, folks. It's tomorrow. The draft begins tomorrow, February 1st. And I'll send Naomi a early birthday shout. Shout out to Naomi, who did subscribe on my on the channel. So thank you, Naomi. I'm sure her birthday's tomorrow, so leave some birthday shouts to Naomi in chat. But anyways, I guess everyone else still arriving. I got here very late, so I'm not gonna have much time to discuss much. But I want to get complaints from my neighbors saying, "Hey, you're too loud." Whatever. But the fact is, I want to focus on getting the rosters cleaned up. But I don't have time now because tomorrow is literally the draft. We'll probably begin around 8 o'clock. I want to try and at least get 8 o'clock done. But the thing is, we are behind. But I want to try and do a little twist, because there's going to be a little bit, maybe post a weekly kind of thing. Like a weekly, having this 1 week, we'll have ECW. Just for one night. Just for this one night. Instead of just having next night will be on SmackDown, literally on Friday. Usually Matt shows up on Fridays. When he goes live sometimes. I'm mostly going to see Matt active over there. But also, and both people asked about my throat. Thank you guys for your concerns about my throat. Thank you guys. I think I sneezed one point on stream, and I was I blew a massive sneeze, and then I almost my voice got decimated. That was the only thing I could say. But other than that, I actually am excited for it. So we'll see how that unfolds. But the draft is tomorrow, so a lot of pressure. Expectations brings pressure, as a certain Hall of Famer would say. you know, I expect a lot better from my Raw roster, because my Raw roster looks terrible. I'm not gonna. It actually looks terrible. I really just don't. I'm not a big fan of this Raw. This season. Also discuss on the season for Raw how I felt and what I've learned from last season, because it was horrible. It was a horrible season I had. I had stressed out. Stream schedule was kicking my ass, especially when you're trying to edit videos, and it's just trying to find the right position to at least stream or just to edit with Phoenix, because it's really difficult. Especially I'm still behind, and then Matt is behind on his episodes, so I'm waiting on him and waiting on Phoenix to get better, to be healthy. So we're all like basically struggling right now. But the recovery is nice. Phoenix is back now. He's still resting, so I'm sure I don't blame him, because after he had COVID actually, so that's why the only reason why, because Phoenix was out for a while, because he couldn't really make it. But the fact is, he's back now. I'm happy to see him back. Always happy to see my boy back. We'll see what that unfolds for today, because I'm trying to at least get as much as I can. So that'll be featured. So that's a good thing we're aware of. So Blade Games is getting a little bit stronger now, and we'll see how that unfolds for now. But this is gonna be pretty cool stuff. The draft, also some new format, a new thumbnail layout. As you probably can see, the thumbnail for this video or this stream or video is gonna be the most of the new format of that thumbnail. So like the Bauer and Vega, because as you probably saw, yes, the Bauer and Vega are part of Raw, so they'll be staying on the show. They'll be staying on Raw, so they'll be remaining. We'll also reveal the draft picks that were also revealed to be staying, or as assignees who got signed to the deals for the respectable brands. There's a couple of them revealed already, and that explains Extreme Saturday, because Extreme Saturday is back. Go watch that while you guys are waiting for the draft, because I think it's starting with ECW tomorrow. That's usually this is probably a good time to come back and see what the Rainbow brand is up to now. Now it's called the Rainbow brand. Thanks NXT 2.0. But in the meantime, it is going to be interesting with that whole thing, with the drafts being like a Rainbow brand. And also with that, the thing is, because we have the first week is ECW, second week on February is SmackDown, which will be since we're mostly going by order because remember Rivals Clash, Mega Man EXE got the win as the Intercontinental champ, got the win over Sonic and Genjiro, which Raw's Sonic would SmackDown Genjiro from Raw, and my Genjiro got blasted. 2 speed demons, of course. I was relying on the power game from Genjiro, but didn't work out. So that's still. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, battle of the mid carders. I could have had someone who was as a tag team champion. They could probably participate, but the tag titles were on the line at that night, with the world heavyweight title being defended too. So it was kind of a letdown for that match. But I think honestly, congrats to EXE. He's still unstoppable, still powerful with that defense buff. Oh, why did Chun-Li do that? Just to boost EXE's momentum, man. And Raw got dead last in the draft. But however, this is a good advantage for Raw, for my brand, because Image and Raw has the remaining 4 draft picks for every single week for these 3 weeks. So basically, we're combining with 3 weeks. So again, we're just having ECW going first tomorrow on February 1st, and then SmackDown the next week. Then the following week will be Raw, the final week. So most is like a weekly kind of thing, because we can take our time with this. So it's kind of cool, actually. Kind of like how the event is. It's no longer a pay-per-view. Just call it's a week. It's like a week event where you can just upload it whenever we're ready. So I'm sure the fans are patient. I'm sure fans have been asking about the draft, of course. But when we're just leaving some predictions. So I'll also leave the topics. I'll probably leave it as a topic. So what we're also discussing is the draft. That's mostly going to be the first thing, is just about updates and predictions. So I'm expecting a few people in the chat, maybe, because mostly I've been asked a lot, so we'll see how that goes. But of course, who will be the first overall pick? That's a good. That's probably the best question I can think of. Who will be the first overall pick? If we're just choosing right now, I guess out of all the characters from all brands, I do want to see Dimitri on Raw. I don't know. I think Dimitri will be my first pick for. I'll probably leave a sheet maybe if I can leave a sheet for you guys. You can actually think of who will be drafted. Who would you guys think will be drafted for tomorrow? Because starting tomorrow is the draft. So, but we'll see how that unfolds. But I want to go with definitely Dimitri for Raw. I think he's a great, honestly, because we just play around with some of the wheel. We had a wheel here, and we just discussed on who be drafted. I think Dimitri would be a pretty good fit for Raw. I had him on the show, and then he got drafted to SmackDown. When we first took over for TK Neo, Dmitry Maximoff, which is from Darkstalkers, he was supposed to go to Raw, but then SmackDown drafted him on that very night. I was so pissed. I deep down was pissed off. I was so pissed because that was my pick. I could have asked him for a trade or whatever, but no. So it was very difficult. So it has been quite a hot minute since I've seen Dimitri. But he's actually doing really well on SmackDown. I think he's a honestly, he kind of proved me wrong when he actually got a chance to get the become a 3-time Mugen champion over there on the blue brand. So it's cool. I mean, cool for Dimitri, but now he can win the World Heavyweight title on here. And we put an end to Ash Crimson, of course. Another guys do want to have him on the show, but he's currently the champion, so over there on SmackDown. And the thing about this is, there also champions will not be drafted because the titles are all staying on that brand. I also got a gift from Matt, actually. That reminds me, he gave me a copy of. He sent me the Knockouts titles. You guys remember the Knockouts championships? That I think Matt had on SmackDown, he passed over to me. So therefore, this is going to be good for us, actually. So he kind of gave us a favor, and since Matt has those new Crusader tag team belts over there on SmackDown, so maybe we'll see the Knockouts titles make a return to the Raw brand. We're nice to see some new waifu tag teams on the show. So that's gonna be nice for hopefully open up season 3, because I think when I come back to Raw on the third week, I think the third week of February. So mostly around, let's see, February 1st is tomorrow. So I want to say around the third week. That means on the 21st will be the season premiere for Raw. Because I think at this time, I think Matt has also pay-per-views too. He also has an event with Armageddon, which is a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. So he's still in with the year, and I think he's got Overdrive the next few weeks later, and I believe I have New Year's Revolution, which will be a Raw exclusive. So once I come back, we New Year's Revolution. So it's gonna be a lot of lists of events to do. Probably be smaller ones because we just did like a one event, for that way we can just save some time. So some of the main matches will be mostly cut off, or be like 5 matches in. Depending on how the quality it is, we have to limit down the events to from 6 to 5. So it's gonna be smaller events. So it might cut some time, but in a good way, because we're trying to get some time to do other things too. Because I also got getting booked for Overwatch every fucking time. So I don't want to deal with that shit right now. Also, I just want to try and at least get here and just start streaming again. So, but in the meantime, I want to see how that plays out, especially with Dimitri being drafted to Raw. Will be pretty fun. But yeah, I actually do want to see what happens if for tomorrow's draft, because some people will mostly have a chance to get some picks. I also got to send a few of my Raw talent to ease it up. So once I do finish this stream, I'll have to just wait till later. But it's something, again, not enough people in the chat, so we'll see how that goes a little bit. So I'm gonna run out of time tonight. So I could have got here earlier, but again, I couldn't make it. So that's kind of pretty much a letdown today. I'm kind of mad. So hopefully I can try to at least get the rest of it out of the way, as I'm hoping for it. That's what I'm trying to see what I can do. But yeah, it's gonna be great. I can't wait for tomorrow. Yeah, I know tomorrow people are gonna, because tomorrow is gonna be ECW anyway. Because Raw is, because remember ECW won the pick, EXE won it for his team, so it'll be Raw, ECW, SmackDown on the second week, and then Raw on the third week, which will be pretty interesting. So I am pretty excited for it. So I'll recap, of course, from what I said from the stream tomorrow, from this one, from the podcast. So hopefully people can rewatch it and just listen to what I have to say, because there's a lot. It's gonna be a busy schedule throughout this whole week. So that's what I'm trying to go for. But on the other hand, I am more than excited about this. I'm also gonna make the card. So I actually plan to make the card right now. I haven't started yet. I also have the card for Extreme Saturday. We'll see how I'll have to hopefully I have a copy from Chun-Li. Hopefully she can send me the card for this whole thing, because I want to try and include. Also got 2 matches to represent Raw versus. This will be Raw versus ECW to start off. So I'll have that. I guess for SmackDown, I'll add the card. I'll add the list here for SmackDown. So for SmackDown, I wouldn't say maybe Crash, but no, not Crash Bandicoot. I guess out of like the top tier right now, I wouldn't mind seeing Kratos go to SmackDown. He'd be a good pickup to have some more of a locker room leadership too. Maybe the Undertaker would be pretty interesting. Bring back Taker again, because he was a SmackDown guy at some point for a very long time. So it makes sense for Matt to get the Undertaker. I love also for Raw, I'll get She-Hulk. Oh, sorry, ECW will probably get She-Hulk maybe. There might be some predictions possibly. There might be some ideas at some point. Guts as well too. Guts and Yoko Isagiri, that were like one of the longest reigning tag team champs in ECW's history, might be back over there. But I do want to have some ideas for Guts and Yoko once they do have more time. The Ancient Warriors been fantastic. Some of the, they're Ancient Warriors. I mean, they're from the '80s cartoons, '80s anime cartoons, so they were pretty famous at the time. Rest in peace to the voice of Guts, by the way. I know he has a huge update too that I'll look for to get him. So when I do, I'll probably pass over to the Guts. But I think the Guts I have right now is really powerful. So he might be able to get the tag titles back. But I also got plans for Pikachu and Porygon Z. They also been signed to Raw. So they have a fresh new contract for them. Especially Pikachu as well. He also got a contract extension, so he'll stay for another 7 more months. I'll probably make like a year contract. So I'll convert it to a year maybe for good old Paul, so you can stay on the show. And Pika PZ, they actually have an idea as them as a tag team, so that'll just be Pikachu's first ever, arrive on the tag team division, so it'll be pretty cool. Man, tell you, it's gonna get a lot. It's gonna get a lot hotter for tomorrow too. Yeah, I'll say that's probably my pick so far. Especially if we also got some matches too. There is Mami Tomoe. Not Mami. I'm sorry. Mine. I get these two confused so many times. I butcher it a lot on Raw. I'm just like, this is Mai and Mami. So it's just they always have their rivalry. I get so confused all the time. But Mai Natsume is probably gonna be facing Kenichi for tomorrow. That's gonna be a good matchup for representing both Raw and ECW. So mostly it's Raw versus ECW for the first week. So mainly gonna have battle those two brands, battle my Mugen brands, just going against each other for my channel at least. So we'll be feuding with ECW to start off. So mostly we can probably go back and forth. We can draft somebody from SmackDown. It'd be pretty interesting too. It's an idea, or Heat, or Extreme Saturday. I also saw Swords of Darkness on Extreme Saturday too. They actually look really good. I'm very impressed with them. So they actually have a solid record too. I looked at the record. I'm like, wait, what? How come they're like 16-1? Huh? That's insane. That's a crazy record. But they're supposed to make the main roster, but they never did. So they actually are free agents right now. So by the time when this is uploaded or whatever, they'll be free agents. So I'll look forward to get them first. So hopefully I can try to get them. I'll probably that'll be my first pick, I guess. For Raw, I need like a 3v3 team that can be helpful. So especially with main events, scenes like that can fill in for next episode. So maybe, just maybe around there. There's, I can get the rookie Christian, which is an interesting one. He's a pretty shady guy, pretty shady dude, newcomer to the land of extreme, which I think we already know. We saw when we saw Christian in 09 or 08, 09, or sorry, 09 when he came back. So he became like the longest reigning ECW, like the last reigning, or the last reigning ECW champion who had a hell of a length. Guy who made it to ECW. So, but the Christian at least that you just saw, for Extreme Saturday, he's pretty innovative. He's pretty cool. So maybe he could be a pretty nice addition to that one. But he's probably gonna be maybe like a low carder or possibly a mid carder at some point. You got, I think there's also Quetzalcoatl, the Brazilian diva, who looks as well as a newcomer too, a newcomer rookie and the original character. So look forward to see her in the show. There's Wonder Thor. I can get them back here. Angel and Alba, they also need to be on. They need to be a different brand. They got to be on somewhere other than that too. Maybe Sakura, the former GM for ECW, but he suddenly took over. There's still Goku Black, another guy. There's a lot of guys on this Extreme brand, but yeah, definitely look forward to see. Hopefully, Natsume can represent Raw and get the draft pick from ECW, so we can have a potential chance to catch up, because we got destroyed in the Sticker Rivals Clash. So if you guys would want to go watch it, I'll leave an iCard too on Rivals Clash. You guys can go watch it. It was definitely an enjoyable pay-per-view. It actually got a lot of ratings. Shout out to you guys who were actually sending the results. And leaving your feedback and leaving your likes and feedbacks in the comments, and also the comment section down below. Thank you guys for your love and support for that series, for that event. It was really awesome. Shout out to all the people who love and support Detroit. It was awesome. It was definitely a nice little reunion for some of the brands. A tri-brand event which was pretty impactful. But yeah, definitely look forward to it. I'm pretty excited for it when I do have it. So got a perfect 5-star show too. Alright, and there's probably a lot more ideas too, if I ever had the chance. So we're definitely gonna have a lot of new newcomers too that might be featured. It's me yawning. But we'll see how that goes. But I think I will also explain what I have to say for the draft, because honestly, I'm getting asked a lot. Like I'm getting asked a lot about the draft. So there's your answers for that. But mainly, I look forward to tomorrow. So again, just recap what I said. Tomorrow will be the draft. They'll most be beginning on February 1st. Next, and I believe on. So that's be ECW's territory. They'll go first, and then for next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday will be the second week of the draft, but that includes Mugen SmackDown, so they'll have their chance on the next Friday, and then the week after that is Monday on Raw. Therefore, the next so in about 2 weeks' time, we'll be seeing in 2 weeks we'll be seeing Raw's turn. So I'll mostly that's an awesome time to catch up. And Matt has to catch up his episodes once he'll finish the season. He has Armageddon to do, so he'll have that planned out. He'll be ready. By the time that we'll be ready for it, hopefully I can finish this up with Phoenix and I. So we should be able to have it done. I'm looking forward to the challenge for tomorrow. It's gonna be our great next battle. I believe I don't have the. I need to copy the card. I don't have it yet. But that's most of the one of the matches I remember was I'm about to say her name again. My Natsume, who became the Divas champion at Rivals Clash versus Kenichi, the women's champion, will be featured over there. That's gonna be a dream match right there. Honestly, we got someone who has the power of the Phoenix. Speaking of Phoenix, but the power of the Phoenix versus the Lancer, one of the hottest Lancers you've seen. I know Skadash is gonna kill me, but we'll see. Well, my Natsume is gonna be. It's been a really effective champ so far, but of course this is only her first chance, her first attempt at a real challenger next to Mami, but also Kenichi as well. Kenichi's a tough cookie though. We already know her. She is a very highly popular character on the show. Probably one of the longest reigning. I don't even know her run. Like, I think it's actually been 2 years since she became a champion. She still has that title. I can't believe Kenichi's still a champion over there. It's crazy. 2 years have passed. It's now she's already a women's champ for 2 years. That I think a 600 mostly 700 plus day record. I believe that's the case. That's her run. I think most of the opponents are just crap over them. On most of her, some of the divas on the women's division are crap on that show. So, but I think we'll see some challenges this year. I can guarantee we'll see some challengers coming up. So I'm excited for it. That'd be pretty awesome. You got EXE Kenzo. This will be a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title with Kaiba, Kenzo. Kenzo beat EXE in one of the episodes. But I was off. I was too late because I was like, oh yeah, these are the results I got from Chun-Li. So Kenzo beat EXE thanks to Kaiba's distraction, of course. So that means EXE and Kaiba are just are not distracting, but also feuding with each other after their personal skirmishes and since the season premiere. So this will be interesting to see a triple threat style for the Intercontinental Championship. So mostly I'm expecting a lot of double teams on the champion. So we'll see EXE defending the Intercontinental title against Kaiba, and Kenzo. Kenzo actually beat EXE. Surprisingly enough, it was shocking, but that's a huge upset over a champ. So Kenzo's back and ready to go. Hopefully we'll see a new side of Kenzo. Hopefully we'll see a much more more of a serious side, because Kenzo's been working really hard and trying to really get a shot at EXE, trying to be more beefier. So that's a huge win in December. I got the list here. December. Christian won his debut. Got a nice debut match for. I think he had a debut match in the premiere. So he helped out a second match against Charlotte. Tough loss. Only Saber versus Scarlet, they're actually making their first appearance. Okay. Kotobuki. And actually, Kotobuki Nina beat Kenichi. Speaking of which, this is Kenichi's first loss in a long time. So, that might help a bit with that draft coming down. Kenichi might be vulnerable. So, with Kotobuki and Nina winning over Kenichi, does that mean that those three might have title shots in the future? And I believe the women's title match will be on the line too. I forgot. Was it on the line? Oh no. That's right. No, Rosales cut it off. I forgot about that. So I guess it's something. She's got to compete twice, represent her brand, and also represent defending women's title as well. I think that's the case. If not, that might be set for next week. So that might be a different thing. But however, that's really crazy if that's the case. So I only have the results from the past few months, and that was it when Isobi first got back in a while. Oh God, excuse me. I'm already tired. This is not great. I'm already exhausted. Oh man. So other than that, I'm excited about that for that draft. That'll be pretty exciting to see. And I think I do have Raw's card for the premiere. I'll save it. Why not? That's a copy of something else. Oh, here we go. This is the premiere for Raw. So I have here is the premiere. This is mostly night 3, February 7th. That is actually no. It's supposed to be 21st. Change that actually, because I can't do. I really can't do consecutive nights like that. Well, I have most do. I am going to be returning to ECW for the first time. You know what? Since last season, so doing commentary for the show. And we'll have somebody from Raw. Actually, so here we go. We have EXE from Raw. Oh, sorry, for ECW. I'm getting confused here. I'm all flustered right now. So yes, we do have the Nashville premiere. So right now, I might change the card a bit just to see how it goes. It'll be Ivy versus Tia Langray. Be draft time in the first round. My Natsume versus Mami Tomoe rematch. I might also include Mami versus Rem. We'll see how that goes. So I think Rem and Mami might do their feud. The Kanzaki State Smash Ultimate. That's a great 3v3 barn burner right there. They're both pretty evenly matched. They're 21-5, 24-17. Because after all the events, Yoshi's been losing so many fucking matches. After he's been a main event star, which it was probably one of the worst years for Yoshi. I feel bad because he was trying to make a good push, and he didn't get nothing from that. It was so annoying. I know fans are pissed off about that. Seeing Yoshi lose like that several times, I can feel the fans just like, why is he pushing Yoshi? Don't find somebody else who could take on Adele. I tried, guys. I tried. It was not a great booking for me. Second round for the draft. The second round of the draft. Mostly a nice little round of draft picks. Genjiro versus Sonic. Sonic versus Sonic, the U.S. champ, will take on Sonic with SmackDown. We'll actually be visiting. Sonic has arrived. We'll have Sonic. Sonic did arrive, so we'll have Genjiro versus Sonic. So Sonic did say he wanted a shot against Genjiro. So, all right. Well, you ask, you shall receive. So those two get battle off in the final week of the draft. And then PKPZ will get their opportunity. They'll get the shot against Legion Darkness for the tag titles, World Tag Team titles up for grabs on that night. And I believe it's supposed to be supposed to be only one title match for the start off to have that match ready. Third round of the draft, and then of course we have another draft battle between EXE and VXE and a mystery opponent from Raw, which will be anybody in the locker room from my roster. So I'll have to decide on the challenger. Let's the chat can decide when we get there on the final week. But we'll see. We'll see. They're mostly gonna be like week 1, week 2, week 3. So we'll see how that goes. Not just like night, but it'll mostly be week 3. So Raw will have Raw to get the short end of the stick. But however, Raw will get the final 4 picks of the draft after each round. So that's great. We got multiple picks, which is fucking awesome. I'm actually happy that Raw got last then. That's actually funny. So I'm excited about that one. EXE Raw, Raw, and the main event, Gordon versus Incredible Hulk. This will be Hulk's first Raw back after he got drafted. Because if you remember TK's show, Hulk was there on Raw, and then, for Saturday Slam Fest, and then that was it. So that's really cool to see. We'll see Diamond and Hulk battle off. Nice little power game main event. I'm pretty excited about that one. That's gonna be pretty snazzy. And of course we have the final round of the draft. And of course Raw will have 4. We'll have like the last like 4. I guess we'll do like 3v3. Because I guess after this will mostly be like singles, first round, and then maybe Raw have like one draft pick a pop at the end of the round. So then final will be most of the final 4 picks of that night. For that, I mean that's our time to shine. So at least we'll have something we can do while we're just struggling right now. So we'll see who gets drafted tomorrow. So I also gotta get the copy of the card from Chun-Li. I haven't got it yet. And then I think that's it. Yeah, pretty much this is a good card for Raw. I can't wait for night. The week 3 is probably the best one I can say. That's actually that's my night to call the action, and I look forward to mostly Matt's gonna be doing his own thing on the blue brand. We'll see what he has to say, and Matt will discuss on who it'll be mostly Raw versus SmackDown or Raw versus SmackDown. So I can't wait for that battle. That's gonna be the most battle. Most battle we're gonna see right now is that tremendous opportunity for that draft. So for the second week, we'll mostly be Raw versus SmackDown. So I might also include somebody who represent the Raw brand. So Genjo will mostly be traveling to SmackDown. So as a European champion, so he'll face Slime. Maybe we'll have a rematch between those two, and the winner will possibly get a pick. But I think with this battle of just speed and power, it'll be interesting. It's probably a good matchup. And again, Smash Ultimate and Kanji State. That's gonna be pretty exciting. Nice little 3v3 matchup. So the second round will mostly be 3v3. So Raw will get 3 draft picks at the end of that second round. So it was 3v3, and then doubles. Mostly be a doubles. Final pick of the first round will be mostly doubles. So can't wait for that. Oh man. Oh, it's gonna be great having at least Raw can finally relax a bit. I mean, if we lose, that's fine. We do get somebody from different brands, so it'll be pretty nice. I'll have the list for the final round. So we'll see who unless somehow I can just draft somebody else from my end and then be like, oh yeah, they can stay on that show, so they can definitely stay. We'll see. So that'll be coming up for sure. So this is saved, ready to go. So I'll have that leave in. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it for that draft result, for the draft predictions. I got a few other ideas too that might be because the EXC and Kinich are both champions, so they can't really go anywhere. So they're staying as champs. Unless somehow Kinich loses her title, or maybe EXC loses his title, then he might be eligible to be drafted. So, but this year they're not, so they're staying. Obviously, so EXE obviously is staying with ECW, so that's already been, that's no news there. Kinchi might be. Rumors about Jill Valentine being a draft pick for somewhere else. Be interesting because I think she's been like feuding with Kenichi for a little bit, and that was it. I think that was the only case. But for now, I think that's pretty much it for Raw. And I think we'll be settled in. Also, I do have the list of who might be drafted to what brand or whatever, so it'll be interesting enough. We'll see how that plays out. I have no clue if we might see more opportunities like so. Seeing how much we want to just get who we get ready for, but other than that, I think that'll be it for that one. I think that'll be it for the draft. Hope that answers everybody else's questions about the draft for tomorrow. Because tomorrow will be the first, so I have to get ready. I'll probably get some rest after this, and just hopefully try to prepare ourselves for this. This might be a nightmarish week. I do have Friday off and Saturday off, so hopefully I don't have to worry about too much shenanigans, with just being interrupted all the fucking time, and then my neighbor being a pain. Oh, because she's too lazy to get her own fucking groceries. Cool. Alright, so that means with this, Raw's predictions, the Mugen Draft predictions, Raw's Mugen Draft, that's all settled in. And now we'll get to the Pokemon stuff, which is Pokemon Arceus team building, which I'm pretty excited. So I actually got a list from Blaze. Shout out to Blaze for the... So we'll showcase this real quick and discuss what are the teams. So I have it right here. These are the members. These are actually the new forms that Blaze sent me. So shout out to Blaze from Blade Games. He sent me a whole bunch of the forms that were supposed to be on there. Some of these look really ugly. They look really, really ugly. I'm like, what? What is happening? Why is Arc? Also, I also realized that Arc looks like a flower. Looks like a rock flower. It's kind of weird. It's like a Rockruff and Rockruff and Growlithe and Arcanine, or Lycanroc had a baby, and that's the babies. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Showcase right there. Yeah, there we go. But this is also new Arceus forms that everyone's been asking about. Everyone's been talking about Arceus. I really don't like some of these forms. So I also let people want to get Ursaring. I believe Matt wanted to get the Gudra one. But I also heard that Cleavor. Decidable looks like Decidable is a fighting type. I also did react to some of these other different forms in Arceus. So maybe we'll see the side UI. But grass fighting, it's kind of like an actual Breloom, which is pretty interesting. It's really interesting now, seeing like a grass fighting type. That's pretty sweet. And the Typhlosion is just like a skinnier version. It's just a fire ghost. It looks like it's really dead. Which is a ghost type, makes sense. But I'm just saying, a Hisuian Typhlosion, which I actually will be using Cyndaquil to start off. So those people, also some people ask me about Cyndaquil, or using one of the stars. Who will be my starter on my team, which I already decided Cyndaquil. That's probably the first thing. I mean, it does have flames spewed behind its back, but it seems a ghost type is very interesting. Seeing how a spirited Typhlosion will be, it makes it interesting. So that's what my question. Like, what if Typhlosion be, or just I guess Kolava be, we'll call it be a ghost type then? If that's the case. Might be very interesting. I have to look at the other forms too when I can. I guess, but we'll have to see how that plays out. But it's very interesting. So, seeing a Hisuian Typhlosion in there, it's gonna be pretty interesting. I mean, I like the Water Dark for Hisuian Samurai. It's kind of like how Greninja was when he got introduced in X and Y. Seeing a Water Dark type was pretty cool. Like how a Crawdon is, or a Sharpedo. So you'll basically have a Sharpedo like Samurai. Or any of the Water Dark Pokemon in the other gens. But it's cool seeing Samura in there. Seeing him as a Water Dark type would be pretty nice. So I'm looking forward to that as well. There's also Hisuian Growlithe. I love Growlithe in Arceus. I love him. I love it actually. It might be male or female. So I might bring back. It's basically my Arcanine. Shouts to my Arcanine Emma, which it's Emma's ancestor. So remember, this game, like I said before in the other podcast on Twitch, that this is kind of like more of a I forgot what I was gonna say. It's basically an ancient times thing. It's just more like ancient territories. This place is mostly taken ancient. This is before Sinnoh was created, really. And I see some of the cutscenes as well. I honestly want to say I'm really enjoying. People see Arceus a lot. I see some of the gameplays of other people. I'm more pumped up now. Well, I'll probably get the game right after, but it might be a little bit more easier. But seeing Arcanine, I always saw Growl. I already reacted to it before, but seeing Arcanine, that's just crazy. That is crazy. Oh my god. Oh man. It also saw Hisuian Voltorb. That's another one. But Electrode is the same thing. It's probably gonna be. The fact is that seeing Electrode as a grass type, or Voltorb, Electrode, or grass types is interesting. Very, very interesting. I mean, it makes sense that they were mostly in the wild grass in Kanto. When they were in Kanto, at some point, you get to encounter right before Rock Tunnel. You get to encounter Voltorbs in the grass. So maybe that might be a theory. Like, oh yeah, what if Voltorb was actually in the grass in Kanto, and then the people's like, oh no, let's just keep Voltorb as a grass type. He's alright with that. So it's interesting having the grass type on there. I mean, it's nice to have him so that I can have coverage. I might might be able to get Electrode, some of the new forms in here. Very spectacular. Excuse me. Now, I didn't notice this when I did this on Twitch. When I also reacted to some of the other forms, like how I already see Hisuian Zoro and Zoroark. That's one of my favorites right now. Out of all the forms, That one's one of my favorites. The Zora is just adorable, and the Zora are adorable. I love it, and I get to stream it on Twitch. So those people who are on Twitch, you can come check it out. Go check it out. Go follow my Twitch, if you guys. I'm looking forward to it. Next is Cleavor, which I already discussed with Scyther, which I realized it's Scyther's evolved form. I was like, oh damn! It's like a bigger Dwebble. It's basically like Dwebble, but like powerful, has a high attack. I mean, Scizor has some good high attack, but maybe maybe you can give like Stealth Rock or give it Stone Edge. We also got Stone Axe, which is gonna be interesting to see. Just seeing Scyther just beating Cleavor and just going to town on enemies. So I'm pretty excited about that new evolution. It's probably the first form that was introduced. I think seeing like Scyther's like, I guess really, going back in its ancient past. So I'm pretty excited. And then the Hisuian Quillfish, and then Overquill. Wow. Overquill, that's hilarious. It is a dark poison type. That means it's basically Drapion. If this thing has Levitate, I swear to God. But it's kind of cool. It looks like a sea urchin. I'm like, I honestly, Quillfish looks interesting though. But just seeing Overquill looks so dumb. I could barely see his eyes. It looks really stupid though. That one I'm not a big fan of. Like, they should have done a little bit better with that. This looks so ridiculous. It's like if they went back in time. You know what? Quillfish does have an evolution. You just guys didn't see it. What are you guys talking about? So that's my thing really. When I first see it, it's just like, wow, okay, really cool stuff. Seeing Quillfish there. I'm almost not evolving at all, if that's the case. But seeing it's a poison dart type is very fascinating. But I'm not a big fan of Overquill. It's just like a sea urchin, but a very ugly one. And its Sneasel's evolution looks like it's really it's just more taller and more lankier. It's Sneasel if it got much bigger. And it does look a little bit lazy looking too. It could do a lot better and make it like unless it's like a shiny version of it maybe, but I just don't think Sneasler is a better name for it. Sneasler, what? Sneasler. I don't understand. But now also, at least then again, because we had Gligar and Gliscor. So it makes sense to have we should introduce Sneasler because we always talk about Sneasel having an evolution. Then again you have Weavile. So Weavile's another example because I'm like, oh yeah, for Weavile's as a thing now. So potentially you can get Weavile. So maybe, but I'd rather get Weavile than just get Sneasler, to be honest. I don't think you can get Weavile. I think you can. Slight possibility. And then of course Ursaluna, which is kind of cool. It's like if Urspring's head is on it, and then it's just a big boulder. They really just put like a mount on its head. You ever see those little animal mounts? They're just dead animals, but they also have like little mounts on its head. That's like open up. This is planted on the wall. Always like you hanging around the fireplace. That's how I describe it, as like Ursaluna being like that. It's crazy. So I mean, also having, especially having, it's also like back to Sneasel again. I just also want to mention that it's mostly kind of like it's just gonna have like what it's quite weak to Psychic, which is gonna be a problem. See, it's like having a Toxicroak or Toxicroak Sneasel. But having it's gonna be very, very squishy and weak. Just one psychic attack, boom, quite weak to psychic, and that's it. So I am not a big fan of Sneasel's typing. It just I should have stayed as a dark ice type, in my opinion. Maybe just have maybe poison ice. 'Cause I don't think that was. I mean, like I was thinking ice poison to be pretty interesting. So we wait to psychic, we wait to fire, steel. Oh god, I'd be a lot of weaknesses too. If that's the case, that would be pretty bad. There's also next is this. It's Widear as a weirdier. It sounds like I'm saying weirder, but it's weirdier, or it's wiredeer. I'm gonna have to call it my dear. That's what I'm gonna have to call it as my dear. My dear. So I actually might have a Stantler. May have my dear in there. I'm gonna have to call it my dear. That's gonna be it. Braviary. I did react to Braviary. I kind of like it though. It's kind of like how it's like a big bird it had like a big bird and a raven had or a crow had a baby. That's the baby. So I'm gonna try with Braviary. I do need a flying type, but it'd be interesting. So I'll have 2 fire types: fire ghost, rock, fire ghost. If I can get a different start, maybe I can bring back. I guess I can get Luxray. I've seen some people actually have this in teams. I mean, I can probably get Eevee. I don't get Eevee a little bit early. I think. I might as well bring like an evolution on the team. Because some of my friend actually sent me his team in Arceus already, and I was just like, okay, you guys, come on, please stop sending me pictures and videos of this. Come on. I'm getting off topic here. But yeah, probably the MVP of this list is Zoro and Zoroark. I want to have it on my team. So I'll have a normal ghost type. So I only have ghost types on my team, actually. It's pretty interesting. Having 2 ghosts, 2 fire types, 1 fire rock. It'd be an interesting team to have. Remember, there's no gyms, and there's also no Elite Four. Mostly just like requests and so I kind of explained. I didn't really talk about requests and missions like so, but I'm mostly just trying to discuss on whether or not I do want to see more. I want to see more opportunities like Pokemon having other teams. I mean, I'll have Cleavor on the team, but I'm mostly having the water types, which is just gonna be a letdown. Maybe I'll have Vaporeon again, bringing back Mandy that had in Sword Shield. So maybe I'll have that. I mean, I'll have Vaporeon. So this is mostly gonna be blind playthroughs and stuff too. Next up are the Basculin White Stripe Basculin, which is interesting. Kind of makes sense how with the Arceus, most is like a whitish, bluish kind of color. I guess what else have a Basculin? I kind of like the form of it. Excuse me, jeez, I'm so tired. But also seeing Basculin having male and female versions. It also becomes a water ghost type. So a lot of ghost types, since these are like ancient past Pokemon, which is interesting, or ancestors. I'll probably name Cynical Ancestor. That's probably gonna be the biggest names. I'll name him Ancestor because it's literally the ancestors of the Pokemon at their ancient times. So I like the idea, but also some of these forms look ugly. We'll get to Lilligant in a minute, but we also got the Basculegion. I was gonna bring Blaze in this. I might as well bring him to the table. I might as well just say, hey, I can do. What am I doing? I don't know what you. I might as well bring Blaze to the table. I'll probably do a break on Alaskan. But yeah, I'm actually gonna be excited about Basculegion. Maybe I can actually have. So finally, can actually have some. If his Basculegion finally has an evolution, thank goodness. But it should have been introduced like Gen 6 or Gen 7, really. Just too little. Why can't we have this in Sun and Moon? Or when we had the 3DSs at the time? Damn it, man! Damn you, 3DS! Damn you! But yeah, male and female is pretty cool. I guess kind of like the. I'll give Basculin a chance. At least he can finally fucking evolve. Looks like we can have that on the team. Finally, that was so frustrating with Basculin. It's great, but just I wish it was like an evolution. Finally has an evolution, So I have probably have a better name for this. So that's okay, Basculin. Let's can try it out, give it a whirl. Oh yeah, having Lilligant, Grass Fighting, which is basically it's just sorry, it's spit in the face of all Sarena fans. It'd be like, hey, yeah, or spin the faces of Breloom fans. I mean, you can get Petzalo, but of course you got Lilligant. It was going to be a really interesting Grass Fighting type. I just like it. Just now, it's just they're all gonna be fighting types pretty much on my team too, if that's the case. But having like just having grass fighting would be interesting. So I'm both gonna have interesting typings. I mean, I'll have water. It's supposed to be like water ghost. I think it's supposed to be like water ghost type. It's just pure water. It could have been a ghost type, honestly. I mean, maybe have like Shadow Ball. Because I could see, seeing like Basculin and Basculegion could be more of just like physical water attackers. Like because now liquidation being a thing in Gen 8, it could be an opportunity right now to see. So I wouldn't mind. But cool to see. We'll get to Dialga Palkia. It looks so shit. Avalog's next. We got Avalog Hisuian version. Ice Rock. I think it was just pure ice type. But it's just because a rock type. So it's gonna have like half ice, half rock. So it's just like they made it like a crater. Like kinda like it's just like a glacier and also having like earth and on it. It's kinda lazy though. I don't understand about this white. I don't understand what's with the white. I don't know about that. I don't know about the white. This is like it has something on it. I don't know. Must be some kind of error. And then you got and then you got Sliggoo. No Gumi. It'll just stay the same. But new forms having Sliggoo and Goodra. It does come with Steel type, which is interesting. So that means it's only weak to it's probably like what, weak to ground, maybe ice, but Dragon Steel. It must be Dialga. It's like a really piss poor Dialga. Also, because I think I talked to Blaze about this when when Goodra is like a squirrel. I kind of could see that. I don't know about Sliggoo though. It just looks like a snail. Well, it makes sense, but yeah, it's a slug. What the fuck? But it's just like it looks like it's like a snail, but it's like a reverse. Like the shell looks so. Look at the shell behind it. It looks like a shell that's like it went face down, and it's trying to like move the shell. It's kind of like an inverted like snail. It's Magic Gary from SpongeBob has that same thing, and he's just like moving from like one side, just having the shell flat, not just like standing vertically, not just horizontal like it's horizontal like shell. I mean, it's interesting though. I mean, either that's gonna be like a tail, but it's kind of cool to see like a snail like mon too. So we do have like what Macargo. It's kind of like how a slug is, as well too, or how a snail is, like an escargot, which makes sense to call it Macargo. Goodra, Enamoris, which is also the brand new versions, which looks pretty cool. Enamoris, which is also it's kind of like how the Landorus, Thundurus, and Tornadus, all the forms that have the land form, and also have the incarnate Etherean form. Oh, okay. Looks like a turtle though. I love its little antenna. It looks like a heart shape. It's kind of cute. I like how the antenna just like sticks to it looks like a heart. It's really adorable. And plus, you got Dialga and Palkia. They look ugly. It looks terrible. Why? It looks so bad. Dialga Palkia's new form. So they're like Lord Dialga, Lord Palkia. I do not like these forms. I don't like them. They look horrible. just seeing these pictures that Blaze sent me, it might be a little bit better. It might change a bit, but seeing these, this is me. Because I know Arceus came out already, so I'm sure people are just going to town, and we might see new people in Arceus. But oh my god, it looks terrible. The Alvin PogCast phones look utter crap. It looks so bad. I'm not even joking. Like, it's really bad. Hopefully it's a little bit better than the that I see right now. Well, you know, and I try my best not to look at spoilers because I'm trying to hear too much spoilers because I don't want to hear anybody. If you get there's spoilers, then yeah, I'm gonna have to immediately ban you because you're not. Honestly, it's really just. I'm trying my best to be patient, trying to play my cards right, but nope, some asshole just goes, "Hey, look at that! That's coming out," or that's gonna be a new thing coming up later on. Like, shut your goddamn meows, please. God damn it. Just keep your mouth shut. That's all. But yeah, those are the forms. Overall, I mean, I'll take it. I mean, sometimes I'll have, unless I'm not getting evolution on my side, it looks like you can get it early, I guess. So, I'll be in Typhlosion. The Daisy just went crazy as the heater's going off too. Daisy moving around. She's having a good time. You having a good time, man? There you go. And now the heater's going off. Great. Like I said, so I'm mostly gonna have a fire ghost, normal ghost, fire rock. It looks like I'm gonna have maybe an evolution again. Maybe have Mandy, but mostly Mandy is an ancestor. Mandy's ancestors. I guess. These are mostly you bring some good callbacks, so I'll have to probably think of some like ancestor like names. Maybe have a theme of it, have like ancestor theme names. I guess Red Rock. Rock Red. I don't know. I guess names. I'll probably name it, and literally gonna name Cynical Ancestor. It's gonna be the fucking name, I guess. I guess Foxy's ancestor that had the Thievul and Sword and Shield. So, and maybe we'll have. I mean, I guess I can have Basque Legion. These are things I can finally have. Amon. I can actually that Basque finally can evolve. Because I was expecting it to have an evolution soon. Sneasel, I was expecting maybe less. Because you already have Weavile, which you could have brought Weavile. I'll get it. I'll put Weavile on the side, but it's probably not going to exist. So they're going to have this mon replace Weavile. It looks stupid, though. Some of my least favorites are Overquill, Sneasler. Electro, not a big fan of Electro. It's just... It looks like it should be like a rock type, in my opinion. Like a electric rock type, because it looks like it's just like the textures. If you can see like a unibrow on Voltorb Electro, it looks like they're really not that bright. So they had like a tan. It could have been a shiny. Honestly, this would be like a shiny version of it. But just take the lines out. It's like a wooden It's like the wooden version of. Yeah, it's a wooden Voltorb. I'm surprised Rhydon's not in here because remember when Pokemon was first introduced, Rhydon was featured as seen as the very first Pokemon being introduced or being discovered. So why isn't Rhydon here? Oh, it has like a Hisuian form. Honestly, that would be better than freaking Quillfish of all people. It could have been better, honestly. I'll let the guys know. Actually, if they want to, they can actually we can bring the Blinking Screw with us. Oh boy. But yeah, I am more excited to see what happens for February. Because tomorrow will be February, and you have to finally get the game. Hopefully, I can try at least save money and hopefully get my paycheck. But I highly doubt it, especially starting up the month with the draft. So it'll be pretty nice to see how it goes. So I'm pretty excited for it. All right, but yeah, in the meantime, I will. This will be taken down. I also just want to discuss with the reactions of those forums because, again, so I guess I'm gonna have to make some decisions on the team. I guess how to build my team. It looks like I made the trainer card for it, but I'm sure it's gonna be interesting enough. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out when that shows up. There's no way in the chat, so I will probably unveil Arc, discuss my also unveil Arc a bit. So yeah, we will have more plans about that in the future. But yeah, those are my thoughts already. I am gonna run out of time tonight with this podcast, but yeah, definitely looking forward to see more Pokemon forms. We'll hopefully can see what has transpired when I first do my blind playthrough of this game. It might depend on how many people are in the chat, but again, it's like nobody here, so it's probably I'm probably just gonna call it here. We'll save Arc for next time because I want to try to talk about Arc a bit more, but we'll also have updates on the servers. I think honestly, since the servers actually were trying to close down, all I can say is that also there's no questions. So I wish I had more people in the chat, but there's not today. However, I will definitely leave a note on this and just say look forward for Arceus coming soon. I have plans for that one. Hopefully I can try to also have Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. That's gonna be announced. I already announced it already, so I am pretty excited about that. And we'll see how the draft is tomorrow. I guess I expect about Arc as well. I haven't really got a chance to get to the game as well. I have to get back to it. I also need to go today actually and do some just check around, see how things are going with that. Because I have no idea if there's any more crazy things in Arc today. I don't know. So we'll see. We shall see what happens. Oh boy, I got a lot to do. Got a lot to do this week. And I'll just say this, my final thoughts. There's no questions today. There's also no questions, by the way. And I guess, honestly, Arc, I'll just say, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Or I'll probably just do Arc on Wednesday. Because I'm also going to do Wednesday. That'll be a Wednesday stream. So I'll discuss that on Wednesday when I can. But I should have run out of time tonight. We'll say this, final thoughts. Again, got a lot of things to do tomorrow. Got things to work with. I hope I can try, at least I can survive. And got a lot of toxicity so far from today. So hooray for haters. God, that's different. Well, that's a different story for another time. But anyways, we're actually gonna get out of here. I honestly, there's no questions because there was no live questions. I got here late again, as always. We're just same old. It's a new year, but same old shit. So, at least someone subscribed though. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. But, however, I wish I could do more podcasts. I wish I can, but right now I don't know. No one else arrived, so I just don't have time. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But I'll say this Arc, I have some things planned out. I want to try and just do one last test on the Arc ones. I'll give it a try. I did test it before as a recording, but I want to see if it worked on stream. So I'm actually going to do more Arc streams on here. So maybe we'll do something with this. I'll actually showcase it right now. So I do need to go live. I need to go to game mode right now and see how that goes. So I actually have a chance though. I'm actually going to put this here so I can actually get it once it shows up. So actually, before we go, we do have one last thing, is Arc. Just a couple updates around. Just I got a lot of new creatures. I also have a new tri-member. I will definitely go ahead and give a shout out to our tri-member. If she's online, maybe we'll see her, but it might cause the game to be the stream to be really laggy. So let's see. I'm trying my best. Let's see if we can actually do this. Alright, let me go ahead and tell I'm in one stream. I was thinking about doing Arc. Maybe we'll do it on Wednesday, but we'll mostly I'm sorry, not Warframe. We'll do it on Wednesday for Arc. So I'll just take a break off Warframe for a bit. So I also need to grind a lot in Warframe. So I've just been so busy. My time is up, right? Time's almost up for me. Oh, yeah, it's loading actually. I'll send Naomi a British outlaw video. Let's see if this works actually. I'll send one to Care Bear. Nope. Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. Just hope it doesn't lag too much. Should be alright. So far, this looks okay so far. I did also play around with some of the settings in Arc, so I want to see how that goes. Test it out. And I'm sweating profusely. That's great. Let's see. Let's play game capture. See if we can try this out. I do want to showcase if I do more Arc streams on here. I'll have something to do, you know, maybe for like a different day or whatever. So I can pass the time. Maybe. You. Alright, cool. Alright, so it's working now, which is good. That's nice, actually. It does work well. That's really cool. See how this goes. I just want to showcase the how the settings are, but I don't know. This game is super laggy. It's extremely laggy. No sessions found. What? Huh? Oh wait, does that mean the servers are down? Can't be. Refresh. No sessions found. That's really weird. Why is it not working? Unless they're taking. Let's say some of the servers are taken down. Let me see. It might be the servers are not working today. But at least you know it is starting. It just okay. What happened? All these other servers are shutting down too. I forgot about that. All the servers are shut down. me try again. Let me see how that. Yeah, they're not found. They're all shut down. Oh, that's so. Oh man. Oh, it's supposed to be maintenance. Exploit. Oh, for love of all. Okay, okay. That's pretty cool, actually. Love of all 3. Okay, so it's the Love series is back. That's cool. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm reading the servers, but the notes here from the servers. Shouts to the Love of Kara servers. Servers, I believe they're shut down for now. I don't see any. I have marked them as favorites, but I'm like, okay, so I'm looking at it now. Nothing so far. I'm mostly favorites and nothing happened. Damn. That's crazy. What happened? Okay, well, I guess at least it's working there for the time being. Yeah, nothing happened. This is gonna be new events happening for the event, for the love event, and get ready for oh, well, it is Happy November. Oh, my fucking head hurts right now. I can't even speak today. February. I can fucking speak. Jeez. Oh, I got November from. I know November had those turkey events. Yeah. I hate those turkeys. So at least, you know, that works, but the servers are taken down for some reason. They did say that the 31st will be it. I have to probably get a world save file at some point. And the servers are down. They'll probably let them know at the stream. But yeah, I just want to showcase that real quick, see how it works. I know it's gonna cost a lot. Hopefully, it's not too much trouble, but. So I'm hoping that will be the case. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. It's been an interesting podcast. Nobody else was here today, so shout out to everybody else who left the like. Thank you guys so much again. Hopefully we do. I hope we can do more podcasts like this. This is like a. So this have things. I have topics to talk about for now that I want to discuss with. It's been a really. Let's just say also it's been a really rough day. A really rough time. Really rough day. It's been a hard schedule. I'll probably go visit. I'll probably go leave a guys to visit. I'll probably be done with. Plus I also had to get back to my suit schedule again. But in the meantime, that will do it for now. I wish I had like a whole bunch of. I need to also remake some of the stuff I have. But tomorrow, like I said, we have the Mugen Draft tomorrow, so I'll get that. I'll automatically get that set up for the Mugen Draft. I also have to bring some characters from Raw to ECW. They're going to be visiting to ECW territory, so maybe we'll see some draft picks. Maybe a couple. We'll have to see what the list looks like. What the card looks like. I have no clue. I need a copy of it. So Chun-Li is probably going to make the card. Alright, so we'll see how that goes for tomorrow's ECW. I'll be back on commentary for ECW for tomorrow. I look forward to it. Hope I don't pass out and fall asleep. That's my only gamble. I'm crossing my fingers at least. Try not to cross my fingers for it at least. Try not to pass out. Because I've already a history full of me just collapsing and passing out from the heat, and also from just not getting eating too much food or having a food coma. Because apparently that's now concerning, because I have a food coma. Just eating too much food, I pass out. When the food is so good, you just go into a food coma. Then it just slowly just passes out. And then here come the people getting worried about me. Happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. Oh my god. But anyways, enough of that being said. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, by the way. There'll probably be more podcasts like this in some point in the future. I wish I had more people in the chat, but since this is our first podcast on YouTube, actually, hit that like button if you guys enjoyed it. Of course, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and we'll have more podcasts like this on maybe on a Sunday or whatever. But of course, if only don't get fucking booked, then I'll shoot alright. But nonetheless, I am more excited. Again, recapping draft tomorrow. I'll be like a week. 1 week of the draft, 1 week of the ECW draft, 1 week of SmackDown, 1 week for Raw. So tune in for that one. I will see us back here real soon. Or speaking of real soon, maybe we'll stream literally tomorrow. So this is a big nightmare. The month of hate begins. Usually February is called the month of love, but the month of hate is here. I'm gonna hate a lot. I'm just gonna shit on Valentine's Day a lot. So get ready for the month of hate. Oh God, I'm not gonna like this one bit. It ain't gonna be a good month for me. Where I'm gonna be like just yelling and screaming and losing my voice. And this week's all streaming, so until Friday, at least I can have a break. Oh, the torture is gonna begin. I'm not gonna get sleep. Great. Rest in peace, and I bid thee adieu. Blaze on, everybody. Get the merch, subscribe if you're new, and follow my social medias, guys that are new to the channel. Subscribe to it, and I'll be back real soon. Azure Blaziken, out. I'm tired.